Marlon and Dennis had been best friends since before they could dribble a basketball. Growing up in the same sleepy subdivision, their bond was forged on the neighborhood court where, at dusk, you could always hear the rhythmic sound of bouncing basketballs, followed by shouts of gotcha, or bro, you can't guard me. They went to basketball camp together in middle school, where they became an unbeatable duo. Marlon was the speedy point guard, and Dennis the towering center. Coaches would joke that they were the modern-day Stockton and Malone. By high school, their connection on the court was so strong, it was like they could read each other's minds. They won back-to-back championships, earning them the nickname the Dynamic Duo. The plan was simple: dominate high school, then go to college together and make it to the pros. But life had other plans. The split. One fateful summer, the two received college offers. Marlon was recruited by Central City University CCU and Dennis by Riverbank State RSU. Their dream of going to the same college evaporated overnight. Marlon couldn't resist the allure of CCU's fast-paced offense, while Dennis wanted to dominate the paint at RSU, known for their big man focus. It was the perfect storm for a friendly rivalry. First encounter in college. Their first match against each other was nothing short of intense. The CCU Cougars versus the RSU Rhinos. Marlon grinned as he stepped onto the court, spotting Dennis on the opposite side. "Hey, Bigfoot, you sure you can keep up with this speed?" Marlon teased, dribbling in place, his sneakers squeaking. Dennis laughed, pointing at Marlon's shoes. "Bro, I've seen turtles move faster than that. You better hope I don't block your shots into next week." Marlon smirked. "Turtles? I'll be too fast for you to even see me." The referee's whistle blew, signaling the start of the game. The moment the ball was tipped, the fun banter stopped and the competitive fire kicked in. Dennis dominated in the paint, rejecting Marlon's shots with authority. "Get that out of here," he yelled, sending the ball flying out of bounds after blocking one of Marlon's layup attempts. "Relax, Big D. I didn't know we were playing volleyball." Marlon shot back, picking up the ball with a smirk. Marlon, in turn, used his speed to steal the ball from Dennis and raced down the court for a fast break layup. "Should have stretched those long legs of yours, buddy," he yelled over his shoulder. The crowd loved it. It wasn't just a game, it was a spectacle. A battle of wills between two former best friends turned rivals. Post-game hangout. After the game, which ended with a narrow win for RSU thanks to Dennis's dominant rebounding, the two met outside the gym. Marlon was sitting on the hood of Dennis's car, sipping on a smoothie. "You know, if I hadn't twisted my ankle in the third quarter, we would have blown you guys out," Marlon said with a fake pout, stirring his smoothie lazily. Dennis rolled his eyes, popping open a Gatorade. "Oh, here we go, Mr. Excuses. Maybe you just couldn't handle the pressure of going up against me." "Nah, I was just going easy on you," Marlon grinned. "Don't want you to lose to bad and cry in front of all your new fans." Dennis shook his head, chuckling. "Man, I miss when we were on the same team. This trash talk was way more fun when we were both making other people cry." True. But now I get to make you cry. Silver linings, right?" Marlon winked. Dennis leaned in, lowering his voice like he was about to share a deep secret. "You know what the worst part is?" "What?" "I don't even have anyone to tell me my shoes are untied mid-game anymore. Do you know how many times I've tripped?" Marlon burst out laughing, nearly spilling his smoothie. "I knew you couldn't function without me, you big goof." Future showdowns. Over the next few seasons, Marlon and Dennis's rivalry grew legendary. Every game between CCU and RSU was highly anticipated, not just for the basketball, but for the entertainment these two provided. They'd still trash talk, still playfully jab at each other, but deep down, they knew nothing had changed. After every game, win or lose, they'd grab burgers and laugh about how ridiculous they looked trying to one-up each other. By senior year, Marlon and Dennis met at the court one last time. As the final buzzer sounded, they stood at center court, exhausted but grinning. "Hey, after this, We're going pro, right? Marlon asked, wiping the sweat from his forehead. Dennis nodded. You bet. And when we're in the NBA, you better believe I'm still blocking your shots. Marlon laughed. And I'll still be stealing the ball from you. Some things never change. They high-fived, and as they walked off the court together, Marlon added, but hey, at least we'll be getting paid to embarrass each other now. Dennis smirked. As long as we don't have to share the same locker room again. Marlon shrugged. I don't know, man. I think you missed me organizing your socks by color. Dennis groaned. Stop too much. And with that, the dynamic duo turned rivals walked off into the future, knowing that no matter what the scoreboard said, they'd always be best friends at heart.